Hey everybody, good evening and welcome to the 10 p.m. edition of Intention Tuesday. Um, it's week 38. It's a chilly December night in Oakland, which is kind of nice because we had a couple of weird windy days in the 70s, but it's 2020. What do you expect? Um, Thank you for being here. This week's intention comes from Reverend Rebecca Thompson, and it's week 38. And lots of us in California are now in mandatory lockdown again. And we're like this far away from Christmas and all of the family stuff and that brings up, and it's a little stressful. So what do? We turn to the heart. And this week we're going to work on the third week of the heart practice that we've been having about expanding our heart energy. And this week we're going to introduce the concept of Pono Pono Pono. And Pono 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 is an excellent practice to turn to when you're not sure what the solution is. You're not sure how you're going to solve a problem. So you're at a point where I don't know what to do, I don't know what else to do, and I'm sure a lot of us are looking at the situation right now going, I don't know what to do. I have my personal practice, I do everything that I can. What else can I do? So in this third week of the heart, we look at Pono Pono Pono. And Pono Pono Pono, at its simplest level, is right action for the right time, for the right reason, for the greatest good of all. And it's a excellent mantra and excellent intention for when you know that you want to help or you know that you need help, but it could be so complicated that you don't know exactly what to ask for. And this comes from Reverend Rebecca Thompson, who is a Hawaiian shaman and a teacher and an amazing healer. Okay, Pono Pono Pono, at its simplest level, is the right action at the right time for the right reason for the greatest good of all. Last week we worked on the golden light, that energy, that giant heart energy that's available to us right now. And you may recall we put our hands on our heart and we feel that light infuse, pull out from our hearts and infuse like every cell of our body, expanding out into our heart field, that amazing energy of love and compassion and communication. And that's the energy that we push out from ourselves. It's that healing and love and grace that we push out from ourselves and into the field, into the quantum, into the collective, into our combined energies. And we pull it back too, and use that in our own fields, the golden light that we gather. And it's a reciprocating, moving, growing, beautiful energy. So we worked on tapping into that energy, and this week we're going to think about how we're going to make it work for us in a little bit different way. This week we take all of that golden love and light and all of that heart space and we pour that into the frequency of Pono Pono Pono, where it will help us heal things that we may not know that we need that we may not be able to name, that we know need healing. And it also, we can push it into the universe, into the collective, and intend that it heal anyone or any situation that needs it. And especially those situations where the outcome isn't clear, or the outcome isn't easily understood, or it isn't apparent, but we know that it needs repair. And I will give you a couple of examples of that, like the fires. When the fires were here, and so bad, and we were trying to help. Yes, we helped the firefighters. We push that energy into the collective, and we say, I give my energy, I give my love, I give my compassion, with the intention that it happens in Pono Pono Pono, meaning it's the best It's the best right action at the right time for the right reason for the greatest good of all. I don't know what the solution is, but I send my energy to the right action at the right time for the right reason for the greatest good of all. And I know that this might seem long and clunky, but it's the best heartfelt intention and the best heartfelt energy that you can push into a situation where please make everything be right and make it be for the greatest good of all. And I send my love and my compassion to that space. Okay, so we take our heart vibration and we focus on the right action at the right time for the right reason for the greatest good of all. And we send this amazing, beautiful energy to wherever it's needed. And we do it with ease and grace. And this is how we help heal all that needs healing. It doesn't have to be named. We don't have to say, I mean, it's lovely if we can say, I want to help Sarah with this, or I want to help this particular situation, or I want to work on somebody's broken heart or broken limb. But sometimes there are things that we work on that can't be named, or that don't have to be named. I mean, it's those prayers where you're like, please God, make this better. I don't know how it's going to be better, but please God, make it better. Please God, please let it be right action at the right time for the right reason for the greatest good of all. So, intention 38. From my heart, I send Pono 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 to all that needs healing within me. And when I'm done with that, I ask that all that need this healing be infused with this frequency for the greatest good of all. So we're doing two things here. We're asking for healing for things that we may not be able to name, or for solutions that we may not be able to name. And then we also send our energy and our love back out into the world, back out into the field, so that other healings can happen from tapping that energy. It's doesn't seem very big, but you felt what moving that energy was last week. You felt how you could expand your heart field. 10,000 light workers expanding their heart field at the same time, or even 5 light workers expanding their heart field at the same time with this intention of Pono 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 can do amazing things. So, as we begin, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to this clunky explanation of Pono Pono Pono, but it's as simple as it's as stripped down as it can be. It can be so much more. But right action for the right reason at the right time for the greatest good of all is the basic. Please bring your awareness to your heart, where we connect to our higher self in that center of peace and stillness where knowledge and healing reside. Soften your focus, deepen your breath, body like the mountain, solid, connected to the earth and grounded. Breath like the wind, free and easy, blowing all across the mountain. Mind like the sky, clear, open. Clouds may go by that are thoughts, just push them aside. Soften your focus, deepen your breath, and repeat today's intention. From my heart, I send Pono 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 to all that needs healing within me. I ask that all that need this healing be infused with this frequency for the greatest good of all. And I'm just going to post that intention so that if you're looking at this, you can see it while we're going. Okay. Should have done that before I started. I will hold the space and mind the time. I'll let you know when it's time to come back. There will be music, and there'll be a wood talk every 2 minutes, just to remind you to come back if you've drifted. From my heart, I send Pono 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 to all that needs healing within me. I ask that all that need this healing be infused with this frequency for the greatest good of all. deep, even breaths, grounded to the planet because you're pushing energy. From my heart, I send Pono 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 to all that needs healing within me. I ask that all that need this healing be infused with this frequency for the greatest good of all. When I do energy work, when I do work on clients, I always work in Pono Pono Pono. We always ask for the right action at the right time for the right reason for the greatest good. From my heart, I send Pono 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 to all that needs healing within me. I ask that all that need this healing be infused with this frequency for the greatest good of all. In Pono Pono Pono, we connect the divine in all of us. We're moving in our heart space, in that golden light, in ease and grace. From my heart, I send Pono 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 to all that needs healing within me. I ask that all that need this healing be infused with this frequency for the greatest good of all. If you're struggling during your day, it's often helpful to just ask, pray, meditate, however you want to communicate, that your day, what you do, be with right action at the right time for the right reason, and always for the greatest good. Still breathing, feeling that heart energy expand. Committing to right action, right reason, right time, greatest good. From my heart, I send Pono 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 to all that needs healing within me. From my heart, I send Pono 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 to every living being that needs to be healed for the greatest good of all. Winding down now. Pulling your field back a little bit. Feeling your hands and your feet. And that was another fast 10 minutes. So working more with the heart, working more with what we can do to send our energy into situations that we know need help. We do that with Pono Pono Pono. We may not know what the answer is, but we know that help needs to go there. So we pray, we meditate, we send our energy for right action at the right time for the right reason for the greatest good of all. And that's how we can push our help into any situation, especially ones where the outcome, we may not be able to see the solution right now, but we know that the shift, that the change that has to happen needs our love and compassion to happen. And we push that love and that compassion out so that it can be used to make the change that needs to be made for the greatest good of all. And that's how all of us as individuals pump our love and our healing into the collective, into situations. And we do that with grace connected to the divine. And that is a beautiful thing. And the more we practice and push that, the more we work with that golden light, and the more that we work in Pono Pono, the bigger we can become, the more good that we can do. Even if it doesn't seem that we can exactly name, I know that this is the right solution. That's not important. It's the answers to things don't always have to be named, but our love and compassion, that frequency pushed into the field, helps everywhere. So, last 2 weeks, Golden Light. This week, Pono Pono Pono. If you do not know what to do, Pono Pono is an excellent place to go to meditate and to pray and to connect with the divine. So, until next week, I wish you the best week that you can possibly have. Thank you for being part of Intention Tuesday. Thank you for your patience and kindness and the privilege it is for Kristen and Kim and I to be here. And much love to everybody, and we'll see you next week.